Oi boys, welcome back to another video on the channel. We are back with another update to Rugby 25. This is early access to Interim Update 2. As always, we're here to give our thoughts and pretty much review the adjustments made. So let's go through the patch notes real quick. So giving feedback throughout early access 1, we were hoping that passing would be focused on in this early access 2 phase, and it seems like that's the case. There are 3 points to talk about here, the first being tuned passing, and this one's like a two-parter. First of all, the AI passing behavior, and the user, as they've said, improved passing responsiveness. We'll cover the AI portion first, and they've said passing remains an area heavily in development. In this update, the AI will be more willing to make passes in gameplay. However, it is a known issue that these occasionally result in some poor passes being made. On balance, however, we believe that this is a better gameplay outcome than how the passing was in the previous updates. And with that, I do agree with. There is a pretty big difference in this area, although there is the occasional pass after a line break or just complete pass spammage, and just overall weird pass selections by the AI. It does make it more unpredictable, but a tad bit unrealistic. And we harken back to what was said in the patch notes, like it says they are aware, and in the grand scheme of things, they believe the AI being more, pass happy will be a good thing, as opposed to the lack of ball movement that made them, too predictable and overall a slog to deal with in the previous build. So yeah, I'm kind of iffy on this. I do like that they are moving the ball around a lot more, and I'm hoping they could work on the brain dead pass selection. Now I say occasional, but it does happen, or it did happen in all the games I played. So in addition, I would like to see some pass selection improvements, not just with normal passing. I'd like to see the AI at least offload more. With how the AI plays at the moment, it does make me wonder if set plays will affect how the AI feels. Like, how often will they run set plays? Will they actually go through the motions of a full set play? In League Life 4, they did run a couple of the standard set plays to completion, but the more elaborate ones, they cut short. That will definitely be an area for me to keep an eye on once they're implemented into the game. Not just how they function, but how it'll affect the AI in attack. So yeah, that's something to keep an eye on for the future. For the adjustments made in this patch, though, I'd say it is a pretty substantial improvement to how it played before. Moving on to the second part of tuned passing, they have said, in addition, this update includes further work to improve passing responsiveness for user-controlled players, as well as resolving cases where the ball wouldn't be passed to the player indicated by the button prompts. That second part, that was a good fix. All my passes went where I wanted them to go when using targeted passing. However, the part about improving passing responsiveness for user-controlled players, I want to be honest, it feels exactly the same as the last build. In fact, I'd say the changes made are minuscule. For the quick passing, I still can't string together multiple passes down the line to execute an overlap. So yeah, when it comes to us making the passes, it still feels the same, unfortunately. Moving on to the next point. Updated animations. Several changes to animations have been implemented, including 1. Changes to avoid high tackle animations being played when the tackle didn't meet the conditions to be an illegal tackle. 2. Reduce delays in the in-play kicking animations. 3. Improve the general play positioning animations. And lastly, various supporting changes for improved tackles, passing, rucks, and mauls. So the important parts here, the last two, the improved player positioning and the supporting changes for the tackles, passing and whatnot, that is substantially better, I'd say. Hopefully you'll be able to notice it in the gameplay in the background. By the way, we did butcher 2 tries because my brain was stuck on Rugby League controls. I was tapping X to put the ball down instead of A. But yeah, those last 2 points, super noticeable. The first was a little hit and miss. There were clearly some high tackle animations being counted as normal tackles. The biggest issue though with these improved animations or updated animations was the second part, which I was super excited reading about before playing the game. Reduced delays in the in-play kicking animations. When reading the patch notes, that I was most excited for, assuming that means we'll be able to actually get some general play kicks through, some punts, some bombs. Unfortunately, that just wasn't the case, or that isn't the case. If there were changes made, I'd say it's pretty minuscule. I can't really feel a difference. definitely not enough to implement a tactical kicking playstyle, and it overall still feels somewhat delayed when trying to play the territory game, kicking for corners, trying to put up bombs. The distance of these kicks, I'm assuming, is affected when defenders come into contact, and that's, I'm not kidding, almost every time you try and kick. Now, I don't know if it's a skill issue on my part or if the kicking game is just flawed. I was thinking of possible remedies for this. One idea I thought's worth a shot was to turn down the overall speed and acceleration for all players, especially the forward pack, but I'm pretty sure stats wise, speed wise, it's balanced at the moment, which is not positionally affected. But yeah, basically adjusting the pace of players, as I feel like the defense being too fast is half the problem here. It was either that or letting us pre-press the kicks we want before the ball even gets to the receiver's hands. That's similar to Rugby League Life 4. Honestly, I'd be happy with bringing that system over. I don't know how the masses would feel, as League Life 4 wasn't a popular game. And the third, I guess, remedy would be slow motion kicking, but I don't know how many slow-mo kicks I could take, and that'll most likely make the game easier. So overall, most of the animation improvements were pretty positive. It was just the reduced delays in the general play kicking that didn't really feel like much changed at all. And last but not least, as always, improved stability. Numerous updates have been made to address reported issues in completing matches. That, I'll say right now, hasn't been fixed for mine. I've had like my first couple of games end abruptly, and it was when I was trying to keep the ball moving at the breakdown, so I'd get tackled and immediately trying to get the ball out of the ruck, and a couple times my player wouldn't switch to the scrum half. I'd be controlling some random player around the ruck, the game would stall, and then eventually it would freeze and close itself, or I'd just exit the game. I did try switching teams and switching back, but that crashed the game altogether. I did complete a match though. This match you'll see in the background, and although I butchered some tries, I thought I did a decent job displaying the changes made to the game. But yeah, to cap it off, it says, thanks to everyone who has sent in support tickets to help us identify them. The various videos and helpful reproduction steps we received helped track a number of them down. And that pretty much concludes early access to Interim Update 2. Overall, it was a small step forward. I've got to say some things that weren't mentioned in here, like the rucking. It's pretty tough. It's gone back to being almost impossible to turn the ball over. Not just for me, but for the AI as well. So I'm not too sure what got tweaked there. I'm looking forward to seeing what gets tended to next. The basics are still not quite there. The passing, the general play kicking. Honestly, at this rate, I'd be shocked if they get the game out at the end of the year as predicted. We're going to call it there. As always, if you did enjoy that and would like to see more rugby related content or more content in general, go ahead and drop your boy a cheeky sub. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to run it straight at that like button. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later.